Hi, I'm looking to purchase some land in the taiga.
Hi, I'm Jack Brady. You came to the right place.
Good to hear, good to hear.
Awesome. Take a seat.
Thank you. So first off, what really is the taiga?
Well, taiga is a type of biome, and a biome is a large, naturally occurring community of flora and fauna that occupies a major habitat. Uh, Taiga is the Russian word for forest, and is the largest biome in the world.
So what are some fun facts about the taiga? Because I like living in fun places.
Well, you're in luck. Did you know that the taiga is also called the boreal forest, and that Boreal was actually the Greek goddess of the north wind?
That's so fun.
Right?
So if I were to be living in the taiga, where exactly would I be staying?
Well, the taiga biome stretches over Eurasia and also North America, and it's located near the top of the world, just below the tundra biome.
So during my trip to the taiga, I've never been there before. What sort of clothes and provisions will I need to pack?
For clothing, first you're going to need a suit, but also you're going to need a heavy winter jacket, such as this one. You can go ahead and put that on. And the reason for this is that in the taiga, it gets very cold in winter.
Does it?
Yeah, the winter temperature range is from negative 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that is cold.
Yeah. And also, the winter's really long, so you only have about 50 to 100 frost-free days in the taiga. So your summer is really going to be 2 to 3 months long. So you're going to want to do most of your beach days in, like, June.
Well, then thank you for the coat.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's free of charge.
So while in the taiga, what sort of plant life will I be experiencing?
Well, there are some lichens and mosses, but most plants in the taiga are coniferous trees, like pine, white spruce, hemlock, and even the Douglas fir.
Oh, those are good trees.
Yeah, and these are also known as evergreens. And they actually have some pretty cool adaptations that allow them to live in such an inhospitable environment.
What sort of adaptations?
Well, for one, they have long, thin, waxy needles, and the wax insulates them and enables them to stay warm even when it's really cold in the winter. And also, they don't lose their evergreen trees. They don't lose their leaves like trees do in deciduous forests in Connecticut. And so they can photosynthesize all year long.
Oh, can they?
Yeah, and this is how they make up for the fact that it's cold the majority of the time. And another adaptation that coniferous trees in the taiga have is that they're shaped like cones. That's why they're called coniferous trees. And this inverted cone shape actually enables, when snow lands on them, the snow just slides right off. And so their branches aren't broken by the weight of the snow that falls on them during the winter.
So these trees have a lot of cool adaptations. It'd be cool if humans could, learn from them or something.
Would you believe me if I told you that humans have learned from them?
They have?
Yeah, mainly architects, actually. So the inverted cone structure of the conifer trees actually inspired a lot of roofs that are in the taiga and other places that have a lot of snow, so that the snow will slide off your roof instead of caving in your house. But also, homes have a lot of insulation in the taiga, so that heat doesn't escape, and that was inspired by the waxy insulation that conifer trees have on their needles.
So now that I've heard about the plant life, what sort of animals does the taiga have?
Well, despite having a lot of wildfires, the taiga...
Wildfires?
Oh, yeah. Because there's a low amount of precipitation, particularly in the summer months, the taiga is actually home to a lot of wildfires that can be very destructive. Fortunately, though, the coniferous trees that reside in the taiga have actually adapted, and they have very thick bark. So, although their leaves and needles burn, they're still structurally intact and they're still alive.
And despite these wildfires, the animals are still there?
Yeah. There's not a lot of animal life, but there's definitely some animal life going on in the taiga. You have the keystone species of animals that exist are really the lynx, is the small predator, which goes after the snowshoe hare, which is a very small primary consumer. And then, it's getting kind of hot in here. You can go ahead and take that off.
Oh, thank you very much. So, are there any larger animals?
Yeah, there are. So in parts of the taiga that have an abundance of coniferous trees and other plant life, the ecosystem has enough primary productivity to support larger primary consumers, such as the moose. Well, it's called the moose in North America. It's called the European elk in Eurasia.
Oh. So occasionally I like to garden. Is there any real way to garden over there? How's the soil?
Well, the first problem with gardening is that you only have 50 to 100 frost-free days because it's very cold. And so you're generally not going to have a lot of warm weather in which to garden. And also, because there are obviously a lot of very cold days, there aren't very many plants that grow wildly. And so as a result of that, there's not very much humus in the soil, so the O layer of the soil, if you will, is very thin.
The O layer.
The O layer, exactly. Yeah. And additionally, the coniferous trees that grow there, their leaves obviously drop and are decomposed, and they are slightly acidic. And so as a result, the soil in general is slightly acidic. So you're really not going to be able to do much gardening.
So if I did move to the taiga, who would my neighbors be?
Well, there's a lot of industry in the taiga. This mainly takes the form of the logging of coniferous trees and also the hunting of moose and black bear. And unfortunately, this destabilizes the ecosystem because the moose and black bear are being killed and also losing a food source. And so it alters the population dynamics of the ecosystem, destabilizing it.
So we've talked a lot about the winter. What are the summers in the taiga like?
Well, as you know, the summers are very short. They're only about 2 months long. And they're actually, compared to the winters, very warm. The maximum temperature in the summer is about 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're also pretty humid. And this is because of the 10 to 30 inches of rainfall that occur, or I should say precipitation, that occur annually in the taiga, the majority of that is actually rain that comes down during the summer.
Oh, not snow in the winter?
No, not snow in the winter. That's a fun fact. And as a result, there are actually a lot of bugs that live in the taiga. 32,000 species, to be roughly exact. So that could be quite an annoyance. However, these bugs are the food source for hundreds of species of birds that migrate to the taiga every summer to breed. So if you're a bird watcher, the taiga is an amazing place to spend your summers.
I have always liked birds. Well, I mean, this is all sounding very good to me. I'm definitely going to buy land in the taiga. I'm possibly thinking of buying the entire taiga.
That would be a great commission for me. I think that's a great decision.
All right. Thank you, Jack Brady.
Have a good day. I'll send you a contract.
Please do.
I believe every lie that I ever told, paid for every heart that I ever stole. I paid my cost.